Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Guys, this is a new channel, a new start. So I want you to go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to the channel and smash that bell so that you can be notified when I upload new videos, guys. Right. If you would like to, I have another channel. It's called Universe. Capital YOU, capital DA, capital VERSE, all one word, Universe. Guys. Also, Facebook, it's Universe, capital Y, and the rest is lowercase. Right, that's on Facebook. Also, I have a Patreon, Jay's Universe, YOUNIVERSE. Also, if you would like to support me on all these platforms so that I can continue making amazing content, my Cash App is $ Janice States 1111. Now that we got the buzzness out the way, guys, I wanted to really quickly, because I do have a live on Facebook, really quickly, I would like to pose the question, is Christianity not metaphysics? Well, Christianity is a way of life, right? And it kind of a lot differs from the Bible because a lot of things that the Bible says to not do, um, we do. For instance, in Jeremiah, when it says, do not deck a tree, right? I think that we deck a tree every December 25th, right? So a lot of things it says do not do. I could go on and on that we actually do. So Christianity and the Bible can kind of are not synonymous. What is what I'm saying? It's not synonymous, right? So the Bible, basically, if you guys don't know, is a book, is a metaphysical book, right? A metaphysical book talking about, and I think I smell my cake burning. I'm going to give it like 5 more minutes, right? Minutes. I'm going to give it 5 more minutes, guys, right? So I just want a disclaimer. Well, let me do my mission statement first, guys. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to teach you cosmic shorthand. Guys, you know what shorthand is? Shorthand is when you go into a court, you have a stenographer to, you know, do shorthand. She's doing shorthand so that pretty much a symbol, one symbol can like display or convey an entire thought or an entire sentence, an entire thing, right? So that's shorthand. I'm trying to teach you the shorthand of the universe, right? And to where you can make it your own. Shorthand does not necessarily mean a shortcut, especially right away. But as you learn from you and the God within you, you won't need no shortcuts, guys, because you're already in there, right? God never leaves you and never forsakes you. And so the Bible is talking about you, how you came here. So let's do something fun first so that we can go here and figure out how this stuff connects, and we can do it in a fun manner when you're by yourself, and you can connect everything, the dots, as it pertains to the world, your body, and the Bible. You can start connecting all of these dots when you go into words and sounds, right? And you can go into the etymology, right? Words and sounds, right, creates matter, right? In the beginning was the word. For instance, how's the word om and home sound alike? So the universe goes on sound and vibration. So the word om and home has a certain vibration. When you go in through meditation and say the word om, it kind of creates like an electrical acoustic wave within your body, within the universe, and it allows you to penetrate the veil of stupidity. Right? Right? So we got to think of it on those terms of words and sounds, right? So I was having fun connecting some dots, right? So I went on and did, see, in the beginning was the word, right? I went on and did some anagrams, which what an anagram is when you take a word and you make new words out of that one word, but you can't add on, right? You can make, words out of it, but you can't add on no letters. You got to use the letters in there, right? You can take away some letters, but you can't add on the letters because each letter, believe it or not, has its own vibrational tone, frequency, right? Each letter. So when you add these on together, it kind of makes a vibrational wave, if that makes sense, right? So I did the word snake, right? And I was connecting a lot of dots with the word snake, right? Snake kind of means Kundalini energy. That's kind of the Kundalini energy is the snake. That's why you see that on like a lot of medical shit, right? So the snake. Now, what words can you make out of snake, right? You can make the word cane, Kane. Now, how does the word cane connect to, the Bible? Because snake is in the Bible. How does the word cane, because any word that you can make out of snake has a connection to, it has biblical connection. So the Kundalini is the snake. You can make the word cane out of that, right? What did Moses have in his hand? A staff or a cane, right? Right? Now, if you don't know who Moses is, he was in like the first 5 books of Genesis, right? He was in Genesis, the book of Genesis. Genesis means the gene of Isis. Get it? The genes of Isis is the book of Genesis. He was in the book of Exodus, right? And the book of Exodus is about the cell division. How the cell divided, right? Moses divided the waters from the waters. How it was talking about cell division, right? And crossing in between like the 0 point, right? The 0 point, which is the electromagnetic frequency of the word. The 0 point is you, really. The cell, your cell, how, excuse me, when you was in the womb as a single cell, how you divided, right? And you came back together, right? So book of Moses, Exodus is about cell division. Now the 3rd book, I think, is Leviticus. Leviticus talks about cleanliness, right? It's about cleanliness and being clean. That's when we started eating meat. So now, okay, so you want to do this because you've fallen into your desires, right? You've fallen into the desires, which is the chakras, make up the 7 desires of the body. The chakras is your energy field, energy centers in the body. The chakras is the Kundalini. You can get Kundalini via your chakras, right? The snake, right? So that's about cleanliness, right? Since you want to go ahead and eat meat, now I got to give you some rules on how to be clean about it. That's what the book of Leviticus is, right? The book of Numbers is pretty much like faith and obedience and counting, like faith and obedience to the God within. That's what the book of Numbers is genuinely about, is faith and obedience, right? The book of Deuteronomy is about the ties that bind you and the God within you. That's what if you don't believe me, guys, go do the research on this stuff. It's not something that I'm just making up, right? So that's the snake, Cain, right? Moses had the cane or the snake, right? Right or wrong? He had the cane or the staff, right? Same thing. Cane, staff, same thing, right? So as it pertains to like the world, Cain, who has the candy cane? Santa Claus, Satan's claws. So you can make the word Santa and Satan, that's the same pretty much letters, Santa and Satan, right? Santa Claus, Satan's claws. Santa Claus comes down the chimney or down the energy centers, right? He can tell if you're naughty or nice, right? Better be good, better watch out. He can see everything. Satan sees everything. The self. Satan is the self. So when you put Satan or point the finger, oh, that's Satan, that's Satan. Satan is the self and the accuser, right? So it's very easy to be lost into an accusing spirit, especially when someone doesn't follow the same religion as you. What can we make? And Satan came down the chimney, right? Came down, how you descended, right? From the top, you descended from the top. Now you want gifts, right? A trade-off. You give me some cookies when I come down the chimney. Cookies, punani. You give me some cookies, I give you a gift, right? That was a bad joke. But, right? So, Satan, the self, right, is the ego, right? The ego, you can, a great anagram for ego is geo, which means earth. So how we fell to the earth, right? Earth and geo, ego. How we fell to the earth, right? With our, now this is a good word, egregors. Now remember I said you can't add words. Now egregor is a word by itself, but within the word egregor is ego and geo, right? What is an egregor? So how we fell, right? How you fell to earth? You fell to earth with angels or the corporation within themselves, them little teeny cells. How you divide it, right? You divide it, but you had a bunch of cells within. The cells within you, you know, you divided, but you came back together. And then when you came back together, you had billions and trillions of cells within you, right? That's the corporation that followed you down here, which you should be the CEO of. If you listen to this information, you can be the corporation. That way your egregor, right? Or the self, the Satan, those spirits will not run you ragged down here on this prison planet, guys. So I want to tell you something, right? If you're into poor me, if you're into, we all have problems, I know. There's so many things that I could tell you that's going on in my life, right? But I don't see, even when I'm down health wise, right? I don't see it like that. I see this. If you start following me and this information, you will learn how to transmute all energies that come your way, guys. You will learn to transmute this, if those energies that come your way, right? Everything starts with thought. That's the cloud, right? That's the cloud. The thought is the cloud, right? And that committee, right, that made the descent with you will suggest all these things, right? And will try to run you ragged and make you do this, make you do that, right? And when you allow this committee, to do this, to, like, when you have a thought, you just follow the thought, right? And you have no discipline, disciple. When you're not a disciple, you have no discipline, right? That committee will determine your circumstances. It will determine your environment. It will determine everything, right? You have the power given to you by the Christ consciousness to dictate what goes on within this body, guys. That's what the power that God and Christ has given you. Christ said, "You will do these things even greater than I." Remember, guys? Okay. So when you tap in to the Christ consciousness, you pretty much can override, right? Because you're a computer. You can pretty much override what the committee is talking about. If they're not making sense, if they're not doing what serves the greater you, the real you can override that with powerful thoughts, intentional thoughts, powerful intentional words, intentional actions, right? This is your right. Okay. Let me go check on my cake because I smell it, guys. Excuse me. See how you guys always make me burn shit? Okay. So, right now, how you start off maneuvering this thing, right? This is an energy thing, guys. This is an energy thing. When you want something really badly, you have to go in the back of your mind and almost not care, right? You have to be in a state of, I already got it. Like, duh. I already have it. So why am I going to sit there and listen? I shall not want, right? The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. That means you don't have to get lost into these desires. You have to not want it. If you want $1 million, you have to already know you are the $1 million, right? See, because the end goal in this thing, right, is to understand that you are the current, that there is nothing greater than you and the God that resides within you. And once we figure that out, once we get into that mode, that's when the universe is your supermarket. Pretty much, the world is your oyster. Pretty much. No, not pretty much. Pretty freaking much. Everything is yours. The world is yours. right? When you listen, think, for instance, I noticed, right? Whenever I really needed something and I look like I needed it, I can never get it, right? Or when I kept harping on things, you bringing that cloud down and you be in the fog, right? But when you sit there and be like, it would be nice, it would be nice. If it happens, it happens. I'm already amazing, and I'm already. See, people is going to tell you, in other words, people going to try to make you harp on the shit you want, right? Focus is great. Focus is good. But if you want to manifest for power, you got to already know that shit is done. And you can make little baby steps toward what you want, but you cannot sit there and harp on it like you in the soup line wanting to get some soup. You got to be like, listen, you got to walk in that thing like it's already done. You can't. Listen, you got to put to bed these ungreat words like still pushing, keep fighting. What are you fighting? What are you fighting? Yourself? Because it's already in you, honey. So stop fighting. Don't say keep fighting, keep pushing. What are you pushing? I ain't pushing the goddamn thing. Everything I want, bam, bam, I'm attracting. Bam, bam, it's coming to me. I don't have to ask for a damn thing, even though it's good. People need people, are very important people. But look, everything you want, I can promise you with 100% accuracy that if you follow the formula that I'm trying to lay out for you, that listen, this is an important time, energetically speaking, especially if you are melanated. I'm just going to be honest. If you melanated, if you black or Hispanic, honey, don't listen to this unless you want to be amazingly abundant in life. I'm going to let you know right now because the energy that's coming to the planet right now is to where next year this time you listen to this shit, everything that you think is going to pop right there. That's why you got to be, listen, this pendulum swings both ways. That's why you got to be your thoughts. You got to be the goddamn CEO of your thoughts, of your mental, right? Of your whole structure up in here. You got to be the CEO. You can't let your egregors or the corporation we're in decide what it's going to be, right? You let them chit chat, but you got to get to know self. You got to thine own self be true. That's why they say every thought ain't your thought. Some thoughts come from the committee, right? And sometimes that committee want to overthrow the CEO, right? Y'all don't hear that. But y'all do hear it, right? That's why you're here. Anyways, I got to go live on Facebook, guys. So definitely stay tuned, right? For more amazing content, right? Love you guys very much. I wish you everything that I wish myself. Peace, wholeness, everything wonderful, amazing, and orgasmic. And when I say orgasmic, orgasm don't only come from down there. When you know how to have a mental orgasm, this orgasm that orgasm down there, it cannot, it can't even compare, honey. The mental orgasm is top tier, right? So I'll talk to you guys later. Love you all. Peace and wholeness.